This is a true story. It happened in 2021, on what was supposed to be just a normal premiere night in Texas. The theater was completely full. Kids, couples, horror fans holding popcorn, laughing, waiting for the new film in the Conjuring universe. Nothing unusual. Until 9:17 p.m., right as the movie entered its first possession scene, a man in the middle row began shaking. At first, people thought he was joking. Then his legs locked, his spine arched. He fell from his seat, hitting the floor so hard that the entire row jumped. His eyes rolled completely white. Not like in a movie white. A woman screamed. Someone yelled to turn on the lights, but they didn't come on. Instead, they flickered, dimmed, and then the whole room dropped into a freezing cold, like the temperature had been sucked out of the air. The man on the floor started speaking. But it wasn't English, it wasn't any language. It sounded like multiple voices talking at once, some low, some high, some whispering directly behind people's ears. Even though no one was standing there, people backed away. Others ran for the exits, but the automatic doors jammed. Several people swore they heard scratching coming from behind the theater walls. Then something impossible happened. A girl in the front row was wearing a silver crucifix. It snapped. The chain didn't break. The cross itself cracked in half, dropping metal pieces onto the floor like they had been crushed from the inside. The man went limp. Lights came back on. The doors unjammed when the ambulance arrived. His pulse was normal, his breathing stable. He was unconscious, but alive. The official report the next morning said it was a medical episode, nothing more. A simple seizure. But here's what the articles didn't say. The security cameras captured the man's shadow moving on the floor, even after he stopped moving, like something was crawling away from him. The theater shut down for renovations the very next day, and everyone who was there agrees on one thing. What happened that night didn't come from the movie. It wasn't special effects. It wasn't fear or imagination. Something in that theater came out of the screen and entered him, and some say never left.